Hey, what's going on, guys? 4K Media Guy here. So it's Let's Talk Movies Q&A number three, episode three. I have a special guest with me today, so he'll be joining me here right now. I appreciate everybody that's here. Let me get my friend in here right now. Let's see what's going on. Foxtel.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
It's going well, man. It's been a minute since I've been doing a live, and people have been asking me as well, like if I'm gonna do lives again, and here I am.
Hmm.
So hopefully they show up and support it. So I'm not like the best live person here, but I try to do my best and try to entertain these people. So
Oh yeah,
how's everything going with you though? I see that you bargain hunt for your physical media right now. Is that what you're doing?
pretty much. I haven't really bought anything brand new in like a long time, just because I'm really fortunate to where I don't really have to spend a whole lot of money on like new releases day one, because I can just wait and they'll go like half off at Zia Records.
Yeah, that's cool. Like I don't have too many things around here. I think the only thing I have is Book Off, and I know you have Book Off. So, I saw the video where you said like you don't like to trade your stuff there because it's not better for you. Um,
Yeah, it just in like so what I do primarily when I'm not like actually like working, my like side hustle is thrifting. I'm like constantly going to the thrift stores or to like Goodwill, and I'm like constantly finding figures in manga, anime, like all types of different stuff. So what I'll do is just take everything to like the Zia or the Bookmans and just get a bunch of credit for it, because I'm gonna buy stuff there anyway. So I might as well just get the credit. Plus, like cash doesn't really pay out too much, because like I kind of said I elaborated in that video, is that as much as we all love physical media, it doesn't hold value whatsoever unless it's something that's like super out of print or super rare. You're not gonna get a whole lot of money for it for trade or like cash.
right. Did you get the James Cameron's 4Ks?
I didn't get any of them. None of the stores in my area like stocked them at all. Like as far as the Walmart near me, I know some people said they found them at Walmart. I haven't been able to find
Yeah.
them at all. Um, and then the Zia Records usually does have a lot of those like new releases for the same price as everybody else, or like even cheaper. But when I went to one of them and I called the other ones in my area, they all said that they were either sold out or they were already on hold for somebody. But every store really only got maybe 2 or 3 copies each, so they sold out very fast.
Are you able to pre-order those at the store?
I believe you can, but I've never really had to pre-order. I honestly didn't expect it to like sell out so fast, so I
Yeah.
didn't do that. If I would have known, I probably would have pre-ordered it. But like I said, I'm lucky enough to where I don't need to do pre-orders, because it's always gonna I'm always gonna be able to find it somewhere.
Right. Well, I just got my copies in today. I didn't get the only one I'm missing because I got True Lies right here,
Mm.
and then I got Aliens, and the one I'm missing is The Abyss. So I don't know how to
Oh,
find
okay.
that one. If it's gonna be in the store later, maybe at Walmart. But I mean, that's the thing. Like people were like, some people were really happy that Best Buy was gonna get rid of physical media, and they're like, well, I didn't care for Best Buy anyway. But for me, like they had everything I needed all the time. So now
Hmm.
that they're gone, I don't even go to Walmart. So it's kind of hard because Walmart is just mostly DVD. Like they don't have a 4K section. Now I do know that people like their steelbook section, and that's a big thing right now. But for me, that's not like what I'm looking for right now. So it's not like I'm off to get steelbooks because most of those things are like re-releases of already stuff that's
Yeah.
been out. So that's why I'm not like hyped about it. Like I'm more hyped about like what's gonna come to 4K for the first time, not like, oh, this has been out, let's get another copy. So but yeah, Aliens, I am hyped for this though. This I
Hmm.
I like Aliens a lot. So I had never seen True Lies, but I hear so many good things about it, so I'll check it out.
Yeah.
And it only had a DVD, right? So it's like
Mhm.
You can't go wrong with the 4K on this. So
Yeah, that was the only one that I think I actually wanted. I know um I just checked like I think it was like yesterday, but it's already on Amazon for like $24. So I was thinking
wait,
about just ordering it there.
oh really? So I
Yeah.
pre-ordered this stuff on Amazon, but like it didn't like when it was supposed to come out, it just delayed a lot. So I
Mhm.
like I said, I barely got it today. I don't know about the Abyss. I mean, I'm gonna try get that one, but hopefully they still have it in stock, like you said. So if you do
Yeah.
find the Abyss, let me know as well, like an extra copy or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I think I mean, True Lies is the only one that I was really looking forward to. I've
mm,
never seen The Abyss. And
Aliens,
Aliens, they did stock at Myzia,
yeah,
um, but I didn't get it because, like I said, I just wasn't. I don't even have the first Aliens on 4K or whatever, so I didn't really wanna. It was I was just being weird. I was like, I don't want to have the second one, and then the first one is like
yeah,
super hard to. It's super hard to come by right now. So I'm like, I don't
yeah.
really want to hold on to the second one and then not have the first one.
The first one is really good on 4K as well, and it has like that same slips cover, like where it's holographic kind of
Hmm.
style. So that one's cool. Like when Fox had their rights to their 4Ks and then it sold it to Disney, like they were doing so good on 4K. They were releasing everything on 4K, like as much as they could. But once Disney got a grab of that stuff, they just halted everything, and it sucks because we would have so much Fox titles already on 4K if Fox
Yeah.
kept their, the rights to their stuff. Let's get into the chat real fast. I'm gonna say hi to everybody. It's been a while. Let's see who we got here. Movie Hunter 2020. What's up? How's it going? We got Robert here. What's up, man? Hopefully you're doing well. I always meet up with him at conventions and stuff. He's really cool in person too. Uh, Dimension Scott. What's up? How's it going, man?
What's
Hopefully
up,
you're doing
Dimension?
well. Let's see. We got Holland Oates. What's up, man? Appreciate you coming in here. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Universal Studios fan, hey, what's up, man? He was in my live stream on Twitch, which I was on
Mm.
Twitch today. I started gaming. I mean, I've been gaming, but I've been wanting to like actually put it on Twitch. So hopefully, if you
That's
guys
cool.
do like Twitch, you guys can check that out too. It's 4K Media Guy as well. Let's see. Trying to survive the Steelbook game. Walmart's been crushing my wallet lately. I heard some people were finding those $5 Steelbooks like that. I would probably jump on if I saw it in person. But did you see that in your Walmart?
um, we do have a steelbook section, but I don't know about the $5 one. I don't know if it was like separate or anything like that, or if they're
Yeah.
like together. I'm not sure. Like, but I also haven't been to Walmart in a while. Well, I when I do go to Walmart, I don't really go there for movies. I go
I
there for
know.
like my groceries and stuff. So I don't really
Yeah.
like check the movie section very
Are
much.
your movies locked up or are they out? Like you could grab them?
There some of them are out, some of them are in. Like the anime, there's like an anime. I have an anime section in mine. I don't know if that's common for everybody, but there's an
Yeah.
anime section, and
Locked
those
up.
are in the plastic cases. Um, the steelbook section was, but not all of them. There's a few of them that weren't locked up at all. They were just out.
So do you have that Steelbook section, like the ones that everybody's showing?
Yeah, I have
Oh,
that steelbook section. There's a few of the things that I saw that I wanted, but I'm like, I already have some of these, and some of them, like like I said, I've been finding at my Bookmans for $10 less. Like some of them are like the I recently just got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one. It's like $30 at Walmart, and I found it at Bookmans for 20.
yeah, that's a good price. Like I said, with those steelbooks, like everybody's just going after it because it's steelbooks. I get it,
Mhm.
but for me, it's like a re-release, so I'm not that hyped about it. Like I need new 4K announcements. Like I'm excited for Crybaby 4K. That one's gonna be a good one. There's rumor of Terminator, the first one coming out, the 4K. That one I'm definitely gonna grab. Like stuff like that. Like anything that's new for 4K Killer Clowns. Like I'm excited for that
Oh
one.
yeah,
Are you
I think that's
grabbing
the only
the
one.
Shell Factory one or Screen Factory?
Probably, I think I'm gonna get that one. That's probably like the next one that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, the Steelbook went out fast, huh? At first with the Killer Clowns on the
Oh
website.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I did. I remember that.
Yeah, that one. I'm going after the slipcover, the commission artwork one. That's the one I'm going after. Because all my Screen Factories are like slipcovers, so I'm like, I'm just gonna keep it consistent. If I have the steelbook, it's gonna be in another section, so I'd rather just keep them all together. I just got the Ring one, the 4K, and I watched it. It looked really, really good on 4K. So if you want to watch the Ring, I haven't watched it since it released, but I rewatched it, and the movie holds up really good. So I really enjoyed it. I don't know about the sequels. I'm not saying the sequels are great. I haven't seen those, but the first one for sure was really good.
Did you already watch the True Lies? You haven't watched it yet?
No, I like maybe like I want to say like 40 minutes ago. These just arrived, like
Oh,
barely.
okay, yeah, yeah. Have you
So
been
I haven't
seeing
had time.
that like those James Cameron releases? They've been kind of like hit or miss. I've been seeing a lot of
Oh,
people saying that True Lies doesn't look good, and The Abyss is kind of like, I don't know. And then the only one I've heard consistently that is good is the Aliens one. The other two are kind of like 50-50.
what they're saying with this, right? It's waxy. I'm hearing it's
Yeah,
waxy. Yeah. But I mean, I haven't seen the DVD, and I haven't never seen this film, so it's like I can't compare it because I've never seen
yeah.
it.
I mean, see, my thing is that people don't really talk about, or they like to like overlook, is the fact that True Lies only had a DVD.
Mm,
Like, so they're gonna have to do a lot of cleaning up. But that's what we get as physical media collectors when we say we want this on 4K. We have to like accept what that comes with.
right.
Obviously, because True Lies didn't get an American Blu-ray, they're not going to be able to take that Blu-ray and transfer it to the 4K. They're going straight from the DVD to the 4K. So you're jumping a whole format. So obviously, they're not going to have like a really good like transfer. In my opinion, it's not going to have a really good transfer because the DVD is not going to look as good.
Right.
So they're taking that original like film or whatever, or they're taking the transfer from the DVD. Who knows where they're getting it from, and they're cleaning it up as much as they can. So obviously, I knew that going in, but I feel like a lot of people ignore the fact of that. So when I finally get the True Lies one, and if I see it and it looks kind of waxy or whatever, I'm not really going to complain about it because I know that's what I'm expecting.
Expecting, yeah. There's a couple of movies, right, that like were DVD and they shot straight to 4K. I think one of them was it Red Eye? Was that one of
I think
them?
it was. I think Red Eye was one of them.
Yeah, so Red Eye, and then we're waiting on Panic Room. That one's been rumored for a long ass time. So
Yeah.
Panic Room is definitely one I want to see come to 4K if that ever
Oh
does happen.
yeah, for sure.
But
That one's really underrated, I think.
yeah, and then what's her name's in it? Kristen Stewart, her
Yeah.
early age. So Anthony Horror, what's up, man? How's it going? You ready for Halloween? I'm seeing. Halloween's almost here, guys. Halloween's almost here. You know they're already starting to advertise the Halloween stuff, right? For like Home Depot and stuff on
Already?
yeah, they're already advertising the animatronics and everything. So
It's only been
yeah,
5 months.
yeah. None of my WalMarts are consistent. Never stocked on release day here. Yeah, that's the problem too. Like, there's some stuff that I want to grab in store on the release days. So, and then I just don't believe that my Walmart's gonna have it when I go there. So I just don't want to waste my gas going to that store. It's like I'll give them another
Yeah.
week or so to get it out on the shelves. Mr. Rigby, how's it going? Hopefully everything is well with you. It's been a minute. Let's see. Oh, also, did you hear the news with Best Buy? They're closing a couple stores next year.
Hmm.
So I think it was like, I want to say it's like 15 stores are closing down next year. But yeah, it doesn't seem like they're holding up well. So
No, they haven't for a while.
yeah. I mean, what else do they got going for them? I mean, all they got is washers, refrigerators, barely laptops, and cell phones. So, and their customer service is kind of horrible there, to be honest.
Oh yeah, it is.
Every time I
I
go to Best Buy, there's a huge ass line, and there's like workers walking everywhere, and they don't get on registers, and I'm just like, why don't you guys, do something?
that's probably the other reason why I don't really look for movies or anything at Walmart, because there's never anybody working in the electronics section.
And you have
So
to
I don't go there because like you have to like walk around and ask somebody, and even then there's like one person and they're the only person helping like 10 people, so it's like
right.
a long wait. So by that time I'm like, I already lose interest. I was like, I'm good, I'll just
Have you ever
yeah.
had the well at Best Buy every time I would go there I get a movie and then the guy gets the movie and he just like throws it on the counter like as you're paying for it? I
No.
hate that too. I
That
hate
must
that
be
too,
a
man. Like
that must be a California thing, because I've heard other people say that too, and they're both from California. So maybe that's just a California thing.
yeah, they do not care about that. Like you're buying it and they'll throw it right in front of you. It's like, can you just
No,
hand
I
it to me?
am.
Like
For me, it's mostly like towards the end. My Best Buys are already like all their physical media is just gone already. Um, the last time I went in there, I think it was like a couple weeks ago. I went in there randomly for something. It wasn't a movie.
right.
I don't remember what it was, but I went in there to see if they had something. They didn't. So I made a full circle, and the guy at the front, like the security guy, he's like, "Were you looking for anything specific?" And I was like, "Not really." But then I asked, like, "Oh yeah, you guys got rid of all your movies, right?" And they're like, "Yeah, they're all online now." And I was like, "Oh okay." And I was like, and I left. But when they did have the last time I went there, and they did have physical media, the only problem I ran into was that they didn't stock anything new, so everything was still in the back. So I had to keep asking a guy at the customer
Yeah.
service, like, "Hey, do you guys have this? Can you go get it?" And they were just like, "Are you sure it's not out there?" And I'm like, "Bro, I know for a fact it's not out there because you guys haven't stocked anything new in months. So yes, I know it." And then like he would like with a straight face, because they're just lazy.
Yeah,
So he's like telling me like, "Are you sure it's not out there? You looked?" And I'm like, "Bro, you only have one little aisle. Like there's like one little shelf there with movies on it. It's of course it's not there."
lazy, lazy, lazy. Best Buy also carried boutique releases like Kino, Screen Factory, Arrow, and other labels as well. That's something that I did like about Best Buy though. Like they did have those boutique releases. Sometimes, well, most of the times they had all the Screen Factories, and sometimes they had the Arrow releases, and like you didn't have to order online; you could just grab it. And what
Mhm.
was the other one? The one that had Swamp Thing and
Oh
uh,
yeah, the was that
Foley.
MVD?
Yeah, so they had those, and like you could just grab 4K, and then it was actually cheaper than it was online. So that
Yeah,
was kind of a deal too.
I yeah, I kind of regret not getting the MVD, some of the MVD stuff when it was at Best Buy, like Swamp Thing and what else did they have that I wanted?
Goalies,
Like Ghoulies, yeah, that's the other
goalies.
ones I
Yeah,
wanted, but I didn't get it. Um, but I was able to get the Hugo 4K release, the Arrow one,
yeah, I got that one
that
too.
Arrow box set. I was able to get that from Best Buy for like $18. No, it was
I want
yeah,
to
it
say
was
it
like
was like 10 or 15.
yeah, it was like 14 when I got
Yeah,
it, and it was the last copy they had, and it was like randomly sitting in
right,
that little like bin that they had like video games in.
right.
They had done that for the last like bit of movies they had. They just literally threw them all in a bin. And I was looking through there and I saw the Hugo one, and I was like, "Oh, let me go check to see what this is worth." And the guy, it was like 14 something, 14.99, 14 something. And I was like, "Oh hell yeah, like everyone else it's like $40. That's awesome."
Yeah, the Hugo one, I got it when it was like Arrow sale, so I just got like half off probably. But you got the better deal, so yeah, that
Mhm.
I mean, I was expecting Best Buy to actually lower down every movie before they were gonna get rid of them, like maybe cheaper, but it didn't really happen. So
Yeah, I mean they could have, but by that time I think they were just kind of over it. They were like, whatever, it's not really worth it, not worth
yeah,
our time. But I feel like they could have, like, if they really wanted to just go all out, they could have like put a sale on all of their movies, maybe make everything like 10, $15, like literally everything. They probably would have got rid of a majority of their stock.
right. I think the Best Buy thing though, it really did open a lot of people's eyes to physical media because there was not really much attention to physical media, but a lot of like IGN and everything were reporting like, hey, physical media is like coming like to an end in stores, and it kind of brought a lot of people in the comment sections. They're like, oh, like I'm gonna go back to physical media because like they're getting rid of my stuff on this digital stuff and
Mhm.
streaming's kind of here and there. So it was kind of cool to see people like wake up to physical media too. Like I still see a lot of videos on YouTube, like different people I've never seen on YouTube doing physical media. So it seems like more people are starting to jump onto this physical media ship. Um, And I will say though, I feel like physical media people are scared to jump into it because it gets expensive. Like it's a weekly thing, like new movies every week. So like if you can't handle, your budget, or you can't handle, buying new releases every week, you gotta wait for sales. I always tell people like Black Friday was the time to get 4Ks. That was always how I
Mm,
built my collection, was for Black Friday. I couldn't build this collection without Black Friday, but I feel like
oh, for
that's out
sure.
the window now since, we only
Yeah,
have Walmart. But yeah, like it's cool to see
that's
people
true.
coming back to it. Even with video games, like video games, people are like starting to buy the actual physical copy of it because they're starting to censor stuff. They're starting to get rid of, they don't want to sell the physical copy of it. So yeah, there's that. Let's see. Just ordered True Lies from Walmart. It was up for sale yesterday online. The same for Aliens. The one I need is the Abyss. So if somebody knows where I can get the Abyss at, like, let me know. That one's going for like, I think, I want to say like $80 on eBay now. It's going for crazy
Jeez.
prices. Yeah.
That's the other, well, I mean, that's kind of the also the other thing that I hate about.
It's called.
There's like so many things that I hate about physical media, honestly. Like, and that's one of them. Like, because something's so in demand, you're always gonna have people who don't really care about collecting or don't really care about formats or whatever like that, and then they're just gonna put it on eBay. You know what I mean? Even people who claim to love physical media and all that stuff and be a part of the community, there's also those same people are also some of the people that will be putting something online or on eBay for like a crazy amount just because they know it's hot right now, you know?
Right. Like, I've seen people that get review copies and like right away they're already trying to sell it because they don't really care for it. If they're getting that stuff for free, there's just like some
Yeah.
stuff they don't really care for.
Bro,
They're
it's so
just gonna
funny.
sell it. So,
While we're talking about this, this is literally what I was editing right now because when you sent me the message on Instagram, I'm like editing the last few segments of the conversation I'm having with my buddy Tex, and I'm on the section where we talk about physical media and like why it's so down right now, and that's one of the things that we talked about was like people who get review copies or whatever and then just immediately turn around and flip it.
well, there was a topic going around that people shouldn't care about the 4K transfers now, and that was another topic that I was gonna talk about, like where they're saying like you shouldn't care about the transfer and how it looks like, and I get that, but also like these people are like the ones that get free copies of the movie, so it's like what are you worrying about because you don't have to buy it? So it's like for people
Mhm.
who are gonna put the money to it, they have to actually know that it's gonna be worth the upgrade, or if they're gonna want to spend the money on it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hypocritical to say that you shouldn't care about it as well. But
Oh
what you're
yeah.
saying though, I understand what you're saying with this. It was a DVD. It went to 4K, so you shouldn't be too picky on it. Now it has Blu-ray and 4K. So yeah, there's a lot of topics with physical media now going. It feels like it just like got worse or something with like more picky. How do you say, like it's just
Honestly,
getting
I'm on the side of where I don't really like where it's going um because like it is starting to get okay. So when I made that video a while back of how I don't care that Best Buy is going out of business because I don't, go there anyway. But I also said the fact that like it sucks for people that do have to rely on Best Buy because there's people that don't have like used media stores in their area.
right.
So it's not going to be as easy for those people. But I also knew that people didn't want to talk about was that the fact that so many people were saying, and it was all the big people. So you can name all of them, and all of them said the same exact thing. That it's going back to like the collectors, marketplace or whatever.
Right.
And see, the thing is, not everybody is a boutique label collector. What about the regular people that just want to buy a movie that they like and not have to pay like 40, $50 for a box set that, like that's what people don't recognize and they don't want to like talk about was that not everybody buys obscure titles. I'm one of those people. I don't care about boutique labels. I don't care about Criterion or Arrow or any of that. I do have some of those, but those are primarily movies that I want, that I really enjoy. Not, like super obscure movies that I've never even heard of. I don't want to have to pay, $40 for something that I don't care about.
Right. Like you want to know that you're gonna watch that movie over and over.
Hmm.
Yeah, I get you on that. For me, that would be like the blind buying part of it. That I do take a risk a lot on blind buying some movies because like I trust some people's word. Like, hey, this is a good movie, you should watch it. So I'll be like, all right, I'll check it out. Um, Probably my weakness is Scream Factory. Like, even though I have a lot of freaking stuff that I think Scream Factory needs to do, because I think they're like comfortable where they're at when they feel like they can do so much more. Especially the prices, like you said, prices on physical media is kind of, it feels like it's getting more expensive too. Like steelbooks feel like they're more like $40 now instead of like $30. It feels like they're going more higher and higher, you know. Um, the Blu-ray ones that are at Walmart, those ones are like almost $25, right? They're Blu-ray
Yeah.
only. So like if those were like 19.99 maybe, but they're like $25. So it's like you gotta draw the line somewhere on some of this stuff. So
Yeah, I had to pick up out of those steelbooks that were just Blu-rays. I picked up that Suzume. I posted about that but that was one that I really wanted to support. Like I really like that movie Suzume, and I think it's fantastic, and I think more people need to watch it. So that one was one I was okay with supporting and buying a regular Blu-ray for $25. And it was a steelbook, so I was like, you know what, I'm okay with that.
right. Yeah, I do want that movie as well. Have you watched it? Is it good?
Yeah, I saw that one in theaters when it came out.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna watch it. I just gotta get to it. Let me get through some of these comments because I'm gonna fall behind a bit. Mr. Ribby said I picked up Hitman's Bodyguard's wife 4K for $5. Only had one in the pile. Um, I have not watched that film. I have it though. I watched the first one. I just need to watch that one. I don't know if that one's better than the first movie. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I saw it once when it first came out. I had I had like screening passes for it, so I got to watch it like a week early. But that I only saw it that one time, and that was it.
The first movie was okay. Like it didn't like it was just a little action movie. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, I gotta watch this again. But that's why I wasn't in a rush to watch the second one. But I don't know if it gets better or not.
It's
Uh,
about the same, I think.
yeah, I was thinking that would be. Dimension Scott said he just beat Spider-Man 2. Definitely awesome game and trying to 100% complete the game and start a new game with all my upgrades. Yeah, I have that game. I think I was like, I want to say like 35% done with it. So I still got like a lot to do on that game. But that's just I don't know if it's a long game, but it's just, there's so much to do in that, side missions and all that stuff. So, but it is a cool game. I do like the Spider-Man game. So I'm playing Final Fantasy 7 though. That's my game right there. Let's see. I've heard the $5 steelbooks were supposed to be out the first week of April. Some stores are putting them out early. Okay, so maybe on April, that's when we'll see those $5 steelbooks. I will check out my Walmart just in case. I just need to really see which ones are they, because if they're like some that I don't care for, then I'm not gonna even. I won't even pay $5 for it because I just don't want it. Adrian, what's up, man? How's it going? I appreciate you dropping in. Let me know if you have any questions. So. Let's see. I'm holding out for the steelbooks of Alien, True Lies, and The Abyss. You know they're coming at some point. What do you think? Do you think Disney's gonna do that? 4K steelbooks for these movies?
Um,
Because I feel like they would have. You know what's weird is like the shows are getting steelbooks only, right? Like the Disney Plus shows only get steelbooks, and there's no slipcovers. But then these only get slipcovers, so it's kind of weird. Like they probably would have made more money if they had steelbook versions of these and the slipcovers. So.
yeah.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna do steelbooks at these, I'm sure they're gonna be pricey. I would say they're gonna be like $40 a piece, at least. So I know a lot of people have a problem with this one, the artwork on this one. What do you think on this one? Is this a good one for you, or you don't really care?
Honestly, I'm not someone who cares about like artwork because if we're being 100% honest, there hasn't been good artwork for like movies in a long time, unless we're talking about like that's one of the things I will say that boutique labels have over just like regular stuff, regular releases, is that the artwork tends to be a lot better because they put a little bit more thought and effort into it. But if
Yeah,
it's just like a regular commercial release, like it doesn't. I don't really care.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind this artwork. I think it's like, this, it's not bad to me. I don't
Yeah,
care if
I'm
people
not an
think
artwork guy. I don't really like sit there. Call me crazy, but I don't just sit there and stare at the cases. I don't. I mean, like
I do that, man. I even
I
like on
don't
my
do that.
anime ones, I'll be like, oh, these are nice. So these are
I
like
mean, the only thing
clean.
I do that with is like I don't know. I don't really do anything like except like my collector cards or whatever. But that's because it's that's what it's made for. But I mean, yeah, I don't really do that.
Hmm. Well, I mean, that's a big selling point though with physical media. It's like if people choose between a steelbook or a slipcover because they're like, which artwork do I like better? That's something
Mhm.
that like makes somebody choose which one they want. For me, most of the time, I feel like the slipcover has better artwork than the steelbooks. Sometimes steelbooks for me can be really, really plain. Like for example, Dune. Like that steelbook
Mhm.
is just so plain to me. It's like there's nothing there. It's just a bunch of sandhills, and it's just there. I was like,
Yeah,
okay. I'd rather go
I
for the slip.
guess. Yeah,
But
I guess I just don't expect much from like studios anymore. So like I don't know.
how do you feel about like how do you feel about like boutique labels? I'll give Screen Factory example, like releasing new releases without slipcovers. Does that bother you?
That doesn't really bother me. I don't know. I mean, it would be nice if they did, but it also doesn't bother me. Like again, just because where I am now in regards to like physical media, I just don't care about stuff very much anymore. Like stuff doesn't bother me as much as like I feel like it used to. When it comes to slipcovers, also I've been buying stuff that doesn't have slipcovers because I can find them later on. So I don't really care so much about it. Once I realize that I can find slipcovers at Bookmans or at Zia later on, and I've been lucky, knock on wood, but I've been super lucky to be able to find them for really cheap. So I haven't really been caring about if stuff has slipcovers or not. But if it's something like you said, like boutique labels and stuff, and they don't come with them, like recently I have been buying some and they don't come with one. Like was it some of the shout ones? I feel like those are primarily the ones that don't have them that I've
Yeah,
been noticing.
shout.
But yeah, those. Yeah, I guess it just hasn't really bothered me.
Well, like the problem with me is like they're still charging you $35 plus, so that's
Yeah,
the problem. And with Screen Factory, I feel like their Blu-rays are overpriced. Like if they're charging you the same as a 4K, so like they either have to drop the price of the Blu-rays releases that are just Blu-ray, or do something because like they're charging you the same price as if it was a 4K. I
yeah.
don't. That to me is ridiculous. So. Eddie's Films and stuff haven't even walked into a Best Buy since January. I used to go mostly, almost weekly. Yeah, same here. I used to go like every week, as much as I could. Um, I mean, the good times was when we had rows and rows of freaking physical media. Like it was a horror section at Best Buy. There was a comedy section, action, all that stuff. Now it was just like at the very end, it was just all mixed up everywhere. Um, let's see.
The good old days.
Let's see, I did a hot take video on why I use streaming services anymore, and so many people watched the heck out of it. Let me see. Why you use, are you saying you use streaming services or you don't use them? Because I think you're saying don't.
Hmm.
Is he saying don't?
I'm not sure.
On why I use
I
streaming
don't think
services?
it's so. I also talk about this with text, but I don't think it's so black and white when it comes to streaming because like I most of like the stuff that I watch, I stream it before I buy it because I don't want to waste money on something that I'm not gonna like. I get so annoyed with watching people's collection videos or just see them make a whole video talking about how they wasted money on something that they don't like. And it's like, well, I can't relate to that because I don't spend money on stuff that I know I'm not going to like. So a lot of times I usually just stream it first and then decide if I want to buy it later on. You know what I mean? Like there's so many like advantages of streaming, but people don't like to talk about it because they're just so like obsessed with physical media, which is fine. But also, you can't just be like, "Oh no, streaming's evil or streaming's bad." It's like there's benefits to both. I think.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I watched the Wednesday show on Netflix, and that's getting a physical release next week. So I'm gonna grab that one. I actually enjoyed it. But like you said, if you can watch it before you buy it and you enjoy it, then you want to own it, then go for it, you know? The problem with streaming though is for me is there's stuff that I actually like on streaming and it's only exclusive to streaming and it won't get a physical release. That's what sucks for me is like I want to own it, but I can't. So
Yeah.
there's only that. Let's see. Latilda Moore's in here. What's up, man? How's it going? Everybody's still saying what's up. I'm sure I'm behind on this stuff. Let's see. Thanks, man. I was going home. Now I got to stop at Walmart to check for that Suzume book. There you go, man. You know what? Like in the community too, I feel like anime is so underrated in this community. Like I don't know if people think it's just cartoons or what is it, but like sometimes what I like about anime is what I'll say is that I feel like they're story driven and you don't get that really with the new movies coming out nowadays. Like the stories are not
Mhm.
that great. But with anime, it's like there's a lot of cool stuff in these stories. Like there's twists and
Oh
there's
yeah,
probably a bunch of stuff. So
they're able to, like, I've never been a huge anime fan. I wouldn't even consider myself an anime fan now. I just casually like certain things, and I will say that a lot of the stories they're able to just kind of go with very ridiculous plots, and it works.
yeah.
And that's like one of the biggest things that anime has going for it is that you can pretty much do whatever you want with the story, and as long as it's compelling or they have really good characters, like it's amazing. Like with Suzume, I keep talking about it because I think it's fantastic. It's probably like one of the best anime movies I've ever seen. In that one, there's a character that gets turned into a three-legged chair,
Yeah.
and when you think about it, it's really stupid, right? It just sounds really stupid. But in the movie, it's so good.
Okay. No, that, like I said, definitely the movies too. Like, and also Korean films. Like, Korean films are underrated too. Like, I watched The Welling, and that one like was really good. I like that one. Did you grab that 4K?
No, I have seen it out at one of my local stores, but I haven't picked it up. It's one I've been meaning to watch for like the longest time
Dude, watch it, dude. You're gonna like that one.
before it even got a 4K release or like an announcement. Um, I can't remember who I was talking to, but they had mentioned it, and I had been meaning to try to watch it, but I just haven't got around to it.
Well, definitely recommend it. I think when it first came out, it was only $15, so like it was a really good price. Latino Moore said you brought up a good point. So yeah.
I've
Mission
got a lot of
Media,
like I got a lot of like they're good points, but sometimes I feel like people think that I bring up just a lot of like hot
negativity
takes
or
and a lot of
something.
like
Yeah.
controversial stuff. But I like to think of it as like I don't see things as like black or white, like this and this. I'm always like, well, what's good and bad about it? You know what I mean? I'm trying to see the benefits of both sides. I know just so many people, like especially in the physical media community, like they all have the same mindset and they're all like, this is this and this is this. Whereas me, I'm like, well, let me see the benefits of everything, not just, one side of stuff.
Right. Mr. Media is in here. How's it going? 4K Ultra HD profile picture. Let's see. Flicks and Comics in here. How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below. Uh, I've seen her channel. She collects a lot of comic books and stuff like that. So if you
Mhm.
guys are interested in that kind of stuff, check out her channel. Let's see. Adrian. Everybody's saying what's up. I'm sorry, I forgot to say don't use streaming services. I mean, hey, you're probably saving some money right there. I mean, by not subscribing to all these things. I mean, the only thing with streaming, it's kind of getting more pricey. I'll say that. Like, you have to pick and choose which one you want to stick with because if you have all of them at the same time, you're going to be paying a lot of money every month.
Yeah.
So, I just have like one or two active, probably, and then I'll switch it around. Let's see. What is the best streaming ones that you recommend? Would it probably be like HBO Max and then Netflix, or which ones usually?
um,
For me,
yeah, I
it's
think
like
like HBO Max usually has like a lot more of a variety of the things that I already like.
yeah,
And then I feel like Paramount also has more for me personally, I feel like Paramount also has like, and Hulu also have just a more variety of the stuff that I like. I guess it just depends on the movies that you like or what like content you're looking for. Because I guess that's why there are so many streaming services, so they can just kind of appeal to a wider audience.
Yeah.
Because Netflix is very hit or miss for me, because there are times where they put out something that I really, really love, and then other times I'm just like, I don't really care. Like One Piece. One Piece was great. I really liked One Piece. But other than that, there's really nothing that I want to watch.
That's when you unsubscribe from it, like for the time
Yeah.
being. Like for
Yeah,
now,
it's
like
like,
I
oh,
don't have
this is
Netflix,
bad.
but when Stranger Things comes back, I'm gonna watch it and
Yeah,
then cancel Netflix again. That's how I do
exactly.
it. So let's see. Exactly, I would love a release of Fear Street or The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix. I like physical media more, but some things are exclusive to streaming, sadly. Yes, I know. There's like so many Netflix shows that want to get a physical release. Like, what was the Squid Game? I do like that one, Squid Game. And then All of Us Are Dead, the Korean zombie high school one. That one was good. There's some stuff that like I don't know if it's gonna get a physical release. They are doing Wednesday, so like, and then I hear they're gonna do Stranger Things too. So like I don't know if that gives us hope that there's more stuff coming in the future. But yeah, I'm excited once that Stranger Things gets announced for physical, because I have the first two seasons and we've been waiting forever for these to come to
Yeah, those
physical
kids are
media.
already like in
They're
their
old
20s.
already. Yeah, and do you think that when they release Stranger Things, like the physical copy, do you think they're gonna keep the style of the VHS, or is it gonna just be like a Blu-ray case? That's what I'm thinking. I
It,
think they're just gonna go with the Blu-ray case at this point.
yeah, I don't think it's gonna stay consistent, because I have those first two VHS tapes once,
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that consistent.
I think both physical and streaming have their place. Both can exist without one having to replace the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just feel like there's some. Well, we know for a fact that majority of people prefer streaming because it's easier, and some people don't care to like what they're gonna watch. They'll just watch anything. So, but there's like people like us that like Pacific movie, and we have to have it in our collection. We got to watch it anytime we want. So there's not everything's on streaming either. That's the thing too. Like if you want to
Mhm.
watch something, it's not gonna always be on streaming. So I would just say
Yeah.
collect your favorite films, and that way you never have to rely on streaming for those films. So
But the thing is, like, well, that's kind of what I cover too with in my discussions with Tex, is that streaming services are great for people who don't collect physical media. Not everybody. See, here's the thing too that I'm going to say, and it sounds controversial, but it's true. Not everybody collects movies.
yeah,
Not everybody does that. Not everybody wants to collect, 1,000 movies and have like bookshelves and like shelves upon shelves full of movies. Not everybody does
yeah,
that. Like, I feel like people don't understand that, is that not everybody does that. Some people just want to put on a movie and watch it and not ever own it, and that's okay. I feel like that's okay.
it's not okay. I'm just kidding. No, I did hear like that's there's an opposite thing of this though. I've seen videos of people that used to collect DVDs, and they're making videos about how they missed that, and they're getting tired of streaming, and they actually want to go back and collect movies. So it's like a back and forth thing too. Like people don't know if they really want to stop collecting movies, or some people even sold off their collections and they regret it and they actually want to start collecting again. There's those too. Like I know it's not the majority of people, but there's a lot of people that are like starting to miss DVD. Those TikTok videos that were going viral, people like, oh, I'm gonna, buy DVDs again. I'm tired of streaming. So, and like I said, IGN was commenting on physical media's importance, and then the comment section was like a bunch of people saying like, hey, I want to collect physical copies of this now because it's getting to a point where studios can censor stuff, and if it's your favorite franchise and they censor something, you don't want that. Then you want to own a copy of something that's not gonna be touched. So there's that as well. So. I mean, we're still waiting on Home Alone 2, and I feel like there's a reason why we haven't got that one yet. But it's just a crazy world now we live in today. Like, there's a lot of censorship too. So, I try to own what I can. Even anime is not safe anymore too. So you gotta own your anime because they're on the streaming services. They actually censor a lot of stuff too. So yeah. Let's see. I'm glad to hear Wednesday is getting a physical release. I didn't know. Yeah, I think it's this Tuesday actually. It's getting a physical. I'm not sure if Walmart's gonna have it in store, but I would say Amazon's your best shot on that one. And I think it was like $20, so it's not expensive either. So and they're
Is
gonna
it just a
release season
just a
two.
Blu-ray?
Yeah, it's a Blu-ray. It's just Blu-ray. I mean, I'm fine with it. I rather own it than not own it. So
Yeah, and see that's the other thing too is like even if we did get physical releases of stuff that was just on streaming, we're still going to get those people that are going to complain that it's not on 4K, that it's just on Blu-ray. I've been seeing that already with some releases. People are like complaining that it's just on Blu-ray and not on 4K, and I'm just sitting there like, you should be thankful that it's even got a release.
I'm a 4K like addict on some stuff, but I will say that I will complain that there's some studios that like release Blu-rays and then months later release it on 4K.
Oh yeah,
And,
that's totally different though. That's a totally different
yeah. And
scenario.
so I think it's what the new movie Frankenstein. It's what is it called with the what's her name? It just came out. It's like Frankenstein something. It's only
Yeah.
getting a Blu-ray, but it's Universal. And I'm like, this should have had a 4K. Honestly, it should have a 4K. But I feel like it's gonna be months later. We're gonna get that 4K. Yeah, Lisa Frankenstein. Thank you. That movie I think would look great on 4K. So I don't know why it's not on 4K. But
Because
yeah,
they're testing the waters.
yeah,
They're just
that's
gonna
what
test
they
the
did
waters
with
like they did
the
with
Black
Violent
Phone.
Night, Megan, Black Phone. They're just testing the waters. If people buy it enough, then they'll release it. But they're not gonna release both or just the 4K if they know that they're not gonna make enough money from it.
Right. They could probably make less copies of it or something, or I don't know. But have you noticed that a lot of studios are doing that as well, where like they'll only release a Blu-ray, and then months later a 4K comes out. So you just wasted your money on that Blu-ray. You gotta buy it
Yeah,
again if you want 4K.
yeah. I'm lucky that that hasn't happened to me. I didn't buy Violent. No, I think Violent Night's the only one that I bought because I found it for like $5 and it was like during Christmas, so I wanted to watch it. But
Yeah.
everything else that I've recently got like Megan on 4K and the Black Phone and like Cocaine Bear and all those ones that didn't get a 4K initially. I ended up finding those. I just waited because I kind of knew that was gonna happen, so I just waited and ended up getting them for super cheap.
Which surprised me with Megan, because Megan did really good at the box office. So I was kind of wondering, like, how is that not going to get a 4K on the release day of physical media? I felt like they just knew it was going to do well, and it sold well on Blu-ray, of course. So they did the 4K, and then they actually gave it a steelbook too. So it's like they didn't give it a steelbook when a Blu-ray came out. So there was another one that I thought should have had a 4K, which was Thanksgiving. I thought that should have had a 4K, but I don't know if it'll happen in the future. Hopefully, I do know Screen Factory is like starting to get some. It seems like they're going more to the early 2000s with their releases this time. Because I haven't really seen them release like older movies. Like we got Child's Play, we got Carrie remake, we have The Ring. Seems like they're going that route right now. What are you expecting? Anything this year from them?
Not really. I try to be. I try not to like really look at what's coming up. I kind of like to be surprised, honestly. Like, cause I won't even know what's coming out, like what's getting a 4K release until maybe like the week before. Cause
Yeah,
like I like to be surprised. I'll be like, oh, that's cool. Like that's coming out. I'll probably get that.
right.
I recently just got the Child's Play remake on 4K.
Yeah, I need to grab that one.
I posted about it on Instagram because I was just gonna wait. I mean, I wasn't in a hurry to get it, but I can check my local Zias and their stock and everything, and I saw that like pretty much half of the stores had already sold out. So I wanted to get it before I didn't have a chance to.
And you're probably surprised by that, huh? Because everybody talks crap on the remake of
Yeah,
Child's Play. So
yeah. I thought that's why I was gonna wait because I was
yeah,
like, oh, it's Child's Play. You know, a lot of people really didn't like it, so it'll probably just stick around for a while. But when I was checking the website and I saw that like they were selling out, I was like, oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah, that surprises you sometimes, and it always happens too. I feel like a lot of people talk crap on like movies, and then they still buy it. So it's like,
Oh, that's common. I mean, everybody does that. I don't
yeah.
understand that. Like, I've never understood why people do that. It's so weird.
Let's see. I'm old, so my old eyes are happy with 98% of the Blu-ray releases. I feel a 4K upgrade is more for the audio in my arena of collecting. Yeah, when Blu-ray first came out, like they had those HD TVs at Best Buy, like that blew me away. Like watching Blu-ray for the first time, I was like, they showed
Yeah.
you like how the DVD looked, and then you go to Blu-ray, it was like a big jump. Um, and yeah, that was exciting. Like the Blu-rays, I still remember like the Blu-rays versus the HD movie, versus whatever the collecting. And I was always on Blu-ray side from the beginning. I don't know. But it sucks for people who collected the HD movies and then they just stopped them anyways. Was it HD DVD or was it blue? It's those brown case ones. What were they called?
They were like red, right? Like reddish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the HD DVD.
Yeah, HD DVD. I thought they were actually gonna win too, but I think what Blu-ray won was because PlayStation 3 could play Blu-ray, and a lot more people had Blu-rays players. So
So see, I never got into HD DVD, but did those have their own specific players?
I believe so. And if somebody in the comments can like help us on that, like did HD DVDs have to have a certain player for those, or were those like able to go into like I don't know, like did it have a certain friend, like was it Xbox that could play those? Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I know some people have them, but they're pretty rare. Boston Gamer, what's up, man? How's it going? He says he bought Halloween 1978 4K. Awesome. Yeah, they're supposed to be making a Halloween TV series. I don't know how I feel on that, honestly, right now. I think Halloween needs to take a break at this point. Like, I think we just got off that trilogy, but some people are really excited for that TV series. I don't think every franchise needs a TV series at this point because I think that's the route everyone's going. Friday the 13th is going to get a TV series. It's going to get, well, I guess that could work with the It.
I mean, I feel like with Chucky it works because the villain is eccentric and talks. I don't know how well like a Halloween or a Friday the 13th series would be when the main villain or whatever doesn't talk.
Yeah, that's true. Like Michael Myers or Jason.
It would, in my opinion, it would get boring like very fast because we're gonna have to focus on the main characters, and a lot of times, I mean, let's be honest, like nobody goes into a Halloween movie or a Friday the 13th movie for like the main characters. They're there for Jason and Michael Myers.
Right. Unless it's like a person like a final girl that like is like Laurie Strode or something.
Yeah.
But the side characters you really don't care for them.
No.
But yeah. But I just feel like that's the route everyone's going. Is going to be a TV series. I think Friday the 13th honestly needs to be come back to the big screen on that. Like to bring back Jason, I think they really need to bring him back to the movie theater. Get everybody hyped up for it again.
When was the last one? That was like in
the remake
like 2003 or something like that, somewhere around there, like early 2000s.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't know exactly the year, but it's the early 2000s for sure. And then Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that had a Netflix show. Did you watch that one?
I had a Netflix show?
Or it was a movie, sorry. A Netflix movie.
No, I don't think I saw that one.
It was all right. It was kind of the bus scene was pretty cool, I would say that.
Okay, wait, yeah, that one. The one, that one was just called what?
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I believe that's all it was, I think. I don't know. I have a bootleg of it though.
Oh, okay. That one, I think I do remember that one, but I thought that one got a physical release.
No, it didn't.
All right, that's interesting.
Side Hustle Cinema sent me that one with the bootleg. But I think that was
that's a big no-no, man. That's worse than streaming movies.
Imagine the cops busting here right now.
It got you in 4K.
Physical media police, get down. uh, it says I met the guy from Halloween 1981, Warlock, on FaceTime. That's pretty awesome, man. That's pretty rare to meet him now. I think he stopped doing autographs now. Like this year, was it last year was his last signing, or was either this year? But yeah, he's not doing signings no more. So, let's see. I have a PS5. Yeah, PS5 is what I have at the moment. I'm pretty sure they needed their own player. Yeah, I think so too with the Red HD DVDs. They're region free. Kind of wish they had one though. War. Yeah, they needed a dedicated player. Okay. So I
Okay.
wonder how much the players were at the time for those two, because Blu-ray, like I said, you could buy a PS3 and you get that included in it, but the HD DVD, I'm not sure how much it was going for by itself. I would say probably like 400, 300 bucks probably at the time. And yeah. So now it's like 4K. I wasn't even expecting 4K to come out, honestly. I thought it was Blu-ray and that was it. I didn't think we were gonna get
Mhm.
4K. I know for sure this is the last format. We're not gonna get anything besides 4K at this point. So
Yeah.
that's why I jumped on 4K. Like it was easier to jump on 4K because I was like, I'm tired of this jumping formats. And if this is the last format, then I can go all out and know that I don't have to buy this movies anymore. It's done. So
Yeah. I pretty much only have like a small stack of movies left that I need to upgrade to 4K from Blu-ray because yeah, I've been finding like I haven't made any videos on like my physical media pickups, but I have like at least like over 100 movies, new movies that I've bought on 4K that were like either upgrades or new stuff. But I just, like I said, I just don't have the motivation to even make videos about it. But I've gotten to the point where looking at the stack right here in front of me, there's maybe only like 15 movies that I still need to upgrade to 4K, but everything else in my collection I've already upgraded.
right. This one I am excited for. The Departed is gonna get a 4K. I don't like the artwork on that slipcover. I know you said you don't care for the artwork, but I think it's Warner Brothers' like artwork track so far is not that great. Like The Lost
Mhm.
Boys was kind of horrible to me. The Exorcist was like whatever. But yeah, it seems like Warner Brothers just doesn't really try in their artwork. Training Day was like whatever too, to be honest. So yeah. But The Departed, I am excited for. That is one of my favorite films. So I know a lot of people try to trash it now, which is funny, but
I haven't seen that one in a while. I think I've only seen it like one time.
agree. I pre-ordered the Steelbook. Yeah, the Steelbook is nice too. I might actually go for that Steelbook on that one. The Crow is a big one that's coming out on 4K. I know a lot of people are excited for
Yeah,
The Crow.
I feel like that one's gonna. I'll have to probably get that one like day one because I feel like that one just, especially with like the new Crow coming out and everybody just like hating on it. I feel like that one's gonna sell out so fast.
You know what's crazy with The Crow is that it's getting two Steelbooks. Like there's a Walmart exclusive and just a regular Steelbook that's not exclusive to anything, and then you get a slipcover. So, I mean, I was going with the first Steelbook, not the Walmart exclusive one. I like the first one.
Mhm.
That one was nice. But I think I canceled it on accident, to be honest, my Steelbook, and now I can't get it. It's sold out. Well, you can't pre-order it anymore, so I just went to the
Mhm.
slipcover. The slipcover is nice on it though too, so I'm not that
What do you?
disappointed.
Yeah. What do you think about the Crow remake?
Uh, I don't know, man. These remakes are like, I think by now we kind of learn our lessons with these remakes. Like we're not expecting much, honestly, at this point. Did you enjoy that trailer? There's some
I've
people
only,
that liked it.
yeah, I only watched it the one time. It's not okay. I'm gonna be honest. It's not a bad trailer. So I was like talking with some people about it who were like, I've seen some people who are really excited for it and think it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
um, and I'm just sitting there like, that's cool. I mean, you can have that opinion. That's fine. But they were basing that off of the trailer, and as we all know,
trailers are deceiving.
they're really good at making great trailers for bad movies.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so many great trailers for bad movies. So we can't really rely on that. But I was saying the trailer looks good. The trailer looks good. My only issue is the design of the Crow. The Crow's design is
Yeah.
terrible. It is bad.
It looks like
But
the Joker,
who
right?
yeah, but who knows? It could be a good movie. All I'm saying is that the design is really bad. There's no denying that.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it distracts you too much because you're just focusing on that. They shouldn't have done what they did with it, with his the way he looks, I guess, because
The
it is
the
distracting.
face paint isn't terrible. It's the rest of it. What he's dressed like, his mullet, the tattoos, like those are all really bad.
Right. And I think it's too late to fix it at this point. They could have done a Sonic on this probably and
Just
told us
CGI his all his
and
CGI, the tattoos, and a different haircut.
imagine. But yeah, I mean, like I said, we're expecting that to come. Are you gonna watch it in theaters or are you gonna give it a chance?
I don't know. Probably not. Like I haven't really been to the theaters very often either, just because I don't really like going to the theaters anymore.
There's a
I,
lot of
I'm I'm
like
I'm just I'm listening to myself, and I'm just sounding like somebody who just hates everything about movies right now, and it's kind of true. No, but like I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I think that. Okay, here's my thing about movie theaters. I don't like going to the movie theaters. The movie theaters that are near me are always busy. The food sucks. The food's overpriced. The chairs are like the seating and stuff
yeah,
is pretty gross because they don't clean them very well.
yeah,
You could be like they have the reclining one, so you could be reclining and there's like chocolate or cheese
yeah.
in between the seats. So I'm like, I don't like that. Um, I spent a lot of money on my home theater setup, so the way I think about it is, why am I going to go to a movie theater and spend all this money when I could just stay at home and watch something that I love, and it'll probably sound and look better than the movie theaters.
And you're missing the part too where like a lot of people, like teenagers nowadays,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
don't respect
You,
their texting, talking.
it's hard to yeah, it's really hard to gauge how the experience is going to go, because you can go into the movie theater and you don't know what it's going to be like. You can go in there and just have like you said, a bunch of teenagers like on on social media, or just like taking pictures or talking super loud,
Yeah, they're like
or you could
literally
have
talking throughout this whole movie.
yeah.
The
So
one
you don't know.
the one I regret, man, dude, is A Quiet Place. Imagine going to
Yep.
A Quiet Place in the theaters and then everybody's
I
talking.
I saw the first Quiet Place in theaters, and I was legit like 10 minutes in, I was about to walk out because
Yeah.
you could hear everything. You could hear people eating. You can hear people like moving around. It was terrible, dude. I kept telling people like, don't watch A Quiet Place in theaters unless you're going like super early in the morning, or you go to an empty theater, because like if you're gonna watch it with a full theater, it's terrible.
Yeah, I was about to walk out on that one. All right, let's see. Mission Media says I'm waiting on Godzilla -1 4K. That's going to be a big release. I hope that gets a 4K because it's not like for sure confirmed that it's getting a 4K, right? But I mean, I really am
Yeah,
excited to
no
watch
matter.
it. I've heard a lot of good things on that film. I just haven't
It
had
would have to get. It would have to get a big. I mean, because it's got the Oscar buzz, it has a pretty good chance. But it also has to get a big distributor to distribute it worldwide.
Yeah. I'm probably going to watch Godzilla versus Kong in theaters. I'd probably give it a shot. I watched the first one in theaters, so I am
Hmm.
excited for Kingdom Planet of the Apes. Like that one.
Yeah, that one I probably will go see in theaters. That's like the only other like movie that I'm super hyped about.
Yeah, is it like Caesar's son or is that like a prequel? Is it going
I
or
think it's supposed to be like way into the future.
so but is it Caesar's son? Is
I don't
that
know. I don't think it's his son. I think it's supposed to be like a descendant.
oh, okay. It looks really good though. I love the Planet of the Apes, so how's the artwork on the Crow Stills? I haven't checked it out. Well, I would say my opinion would be like the first one that they showed was my favorite one, which was I think it's on Amazon. And then the Walmart one is cool too, but I think I like the first one better. So, and then there's the slipcover. It has him just on the cover. So, that one's awesome too. Like you can't really go wrong with any of those three artworks, so you're not going to lose on that one. Walmart exclusive still for the Crow went out of stock in 3 days after the pre-order went live. Yeah, I like I said, certain movies like are definitely going to sell out before it even releases at this point, and it seems like it's harder to get some movies on release day. So You're lucky if you get the pre-order even on time if you pre-order it. Like I pre-ordered the True Lies Aliens and I did not get them on time. So I don't know
Yeah, I
what
don't.
you
It's
can't even
yeah.
trust pre-ordering. So I don't know what to do at this
I
point.
stopped. I stopped trusting pre-orders when like because I was into video games heavy
Oh
like a
yeah,
few years ago. And if you know anything about pre-order, if you're a gamer, like pre-orders are notorious for being really, really bad. So
yeah,
being a gamer in that time, I don't trust pre-orders for anything.
yeah. That's why I mean, if Walmart's gonna step up and Walmart's gonna be the new physical media and store place, they need to like reorganize the physical media section, get a bunch of those DVDs out of there, get us a steelbook section, a 4K section, a Blu-ray section, and you could keep the DVDs, but don't make it like 90% of your whole in store, because like I'm not gonna want to go in there if it's just DVDs. I need at least Blu-rays and 4Ks. That's all I ask. So, you know
That's
what's
asking
funny
a lot,
too?
man.
Sometimes it's like new releases that come out in Walmart. It's like sometimes they only have the DVD. They don't even have the Blu-ray. Like it's a new release of something that comes out, and they'll only have the DVD. And I'm like, where's the Blu-ray? At least have the Blu-ray. So that's my thing with Walmart. And my Walmart sucks because like they have everything locked up, and like you said, I don't have to, go to get somebody and try to get something out of there. It's already a
Mhm.
hassle. So.
Yeah, yeah. They only really have like one person working, and they'll be trying to help like
And
10
they don't
people.
like physical media, so you just, yeah, they don't even want to go grab it. They're like, I'll come when I come there, like, yeah. Sometimes they have cool slipcovers though, right? Like sometimes like those glow in the dark still books they had, that recently just came out. The Twister one was pretty cool. Like I don't want to grab it
Oh,
because I
okay,
know
yeah.
Twister's gonna get a 4K, so I'm not gonna spend the money. I'm just gonna wait for that 4K of Twister. I cannot wait for that to get a 4K.
Just stick the glow in the dark slipcover over the 4K.
Right? Any movies you're excited that are coming up? Beetlejuice. I'm actually excited for that. We just got the teaser trailer for that, and I don't know. I feel like this might actually be a good one. I'm hoping it's a good
Mm.
movie. So, are you excited for Beetlejuice?
I don't know. I wasn't even really like a huge fan of the first one. Like I like it, but I don't love it. You know what I mean? Like
Okay,
it's whatever to me. It's never been like a
nostalgia for you.
child. Like yeah, I don't have any nostalgia for it at all, like whatsoever. I do like it, but yeah, I don't love it.
I do appreciate that they're not going to do a lot of CGI for it. Like that's what I'm hearing for
So
the.
they say.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. But I will say Michael Keaton does look a little bit aged. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen. But I mean, I'm just glad to see him back as the role of Beetlejuice. So everybody got to see him as Batman back again. We want Beetlejuice. So what else is coming out? That is coming out. Let's see. You
Well,
got
yeah, we
any
talked about.
films?
I would say like the only thing I'm really like excited for is the new Planet of the Apes.
Oh, Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, everything else I've already kind of seen already, but that's the only one that I've seen so far that I've actually kept up with.
Okay. So
I
for
don't like.
me,
Yeah, I don't really get excited for movies anymore, really, just because I want to be surprised. I don't really watch trailers anymore either for stuff. So when people ask me like, "Hey, did you see the new trailer for this?" I'm like, "Not really," because I don't like trailers anymore, bro. Like trailers they just give away too much, or they make the movie look way too good, and then you watch it and it's super disappointing. So I like to just go into everything kind of without knowing it. I like to go in through everything blind, so I don't set my expectations super high and then get disappointed later.
right. Like I said, trailers. I feel like they do show too much, and then when I'm watching the movie in theaters, I'm just like, oh, I remember that part in the trailer. I remember that. It's like
Mhm.
I hate that. Like I just like, sometimes I don't want to watch the trailers, like you said. So Terrifier 3 is one that I'm actually excited for. I'm not sure if you're gonna be in. Do you like Terrifier?
I saw the second one.
Do you like the second one? Because I know that
I
the
thought it
second one
was
gets really, I guess it's more storytelling than the first one.
yeah,
Was
yeah, yeah. I thought it was a little too long,
oh
but
yeah,
other than
definitely.
that, it was a little too long. Other than that, I thought it was pretty good.
I did go see the re-release for it in the theaters, and they showed the trailer for Terrifier 3, which everybody can see it now. And it's gonna take place during Christmas time, so
Hmm.
I think they're gonna jump the bar on this one. Like I'm hoping they don't do what I think they're gonna do, but I think they're gonna kill the little girl in the beginning of the thing, or that could be Lauren Lavera's character from the second one as a little girl.
Hmm.
Could be her. So we'll see what they do with that. I'm trying to think. Is there anything really like that's popping out this year? Scream 7, like that. That's got a lot of stuff going on right now. So we got Nev Campbell returning as Sydney. I think they confirmed Courtney Cox is going to come back for this one, which I'm a big Scream fan, but I feel like she really should have just died in the last film. Like there was no need to keep her alive. Like, uh,
It's
what do you think?
nostalgia, man. It's nostalgia. That's why they keep them around.
Yeah, but they killed Dewey in the part 5, so it's like, why not just kill Courtney Cox and that would have been them out of the way? Because what are you gonna do with those characters at this point? Like Courtney Cox is just gonna be in the background. Like,
Hmm.
but what is your take on that whole Melissa Behera, Jenny Ortega not coming back to the Scream franchise? I'm are you upset about it? Do you care? Do you want to see Scream 7? You don't care?
I kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of like indifferent on it. I'm like, yeah, if they don't want to come back, that's kind of on them. You know what I mean? Like they're taking a stance on something, and that's what it is. But it also might hurt the franchise. Who knows? Because it's hard to tell what was carrying the franchise. Is it the new people, or is it the original characters? So it's going to be kind of interesting to see how well this one does with only legacy characters rather than new ones, because it's kind of hard to tell like what was carrying it.
I would say for part 6 though, like that was their point of just focusing on the new characters. And I think the new characters, like I didn't even think I was gonna care for them, but actually on the sixth film I was like getting really attached to them. So I'm like, okay, like I do like these characters.
Yeah.
I don't think we needed Sydney. I really didn't. Like I think her story's done. Because in the fifth one, you just had her as a background character. She's in there for a little bit, but as the main story, I think it needs to be new characters, and those new characters are now gone. So it's like now we have to start. I don't know what they're gonna do, if they're gonna just go back in time or what are we doing with this film, but I don't know. I just wanted to see this story finish from the sixth film. I wanted to see what they were gonna do, and now I don't think we're gonna get that. So
Mhm.
that's if it was after this next movie, like if this was 7 with Jenna Ortega, Melissa, and all them, and it was wrapped up, then I would be like, yeah, let's bring Ned Campbell back. Let's see what they can do with this. But now that story's just like a cliffhanger, so we don't
Yeah.
get to see what's gonna happen to it's Billy's daughter. Yeah,
And maybe if they pay them enough, they will.
yeah, I believe
Money
so.
talks, man. Money talks.
Well, look at Neve Campbell. She came back, and she's actually getting a lot of heat for it. Like a lot of fans are actually mad about it that she's actually gonna do it. You know,
Cause
so
she like turn it down first?
yeah, she was turning down the other one because they weren't paying her enough. So for her to come to this
Well,
one,
yeah.
like,
Well, then now that they got rid of the two other ones, they have enough money to pay her.
yeah, so now they have the money. So it's gonna be her, and I believe Courtney Cox, and then the director is gonna come back. So that was another thing. Like nobody wanted to touch the movie because it was already getting controversy. Already, like they were scared that it's gonna flop right on the left when it came out. And there's still people boycotting it. So I don't know. We'll see how that one goes. But yeah, those are the films that I'm excited for. I know Scream 7 is not going to come out. They said they're going to start filming it during this fall. And let's see, it's probably going to come out next year. So
Mhm.
yeah. If you guys have any other last questions you guys want to drop in the comment section below, I'll probably wrap this up. If not, so just if you guys have any last questions you want to ask us, go for it. Foxtel, any new things on your channel that you want to advertise on here?
Right now I'm working on getting the rest of the last few segments of the season 2 of the Tex and Fox show, where me and my buddy Tex go over like a whole bunch of different topics relating to movies and pretty much everything that has to do with like pop culture and stuff. So working on those. We got, I believe, 6 episodes out right now. I'm working on the last few, so excited for everybody to see those.
Awesome stuff. On my channel, I want to do pickup videos, and if you guys haven't checked out the ring unboxing, if you guys are interested in that, that's the last video I put out. I'm not consistent on putting out videos like I used to, I know that, but I do want to make a goal of at least coming live on here once a week. And if you guys have ideas for me too, you guys can drop them down below too. Like if you guys want to see me do a certain topic or something, like you guys can, give me some ideas on that too. If you guys go on Twitch, you guys can follow me on there. It's a 4K Media Guy. I do gaming. If you guys like Dead by Daylight, it's a horror game. I do those. I'm gonna try my best to get on that at least once a day. Start growing my Twitch account. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have a PS5 too, you want to game with me, you could do that as well. So, but yeah, I don't think we have any last questions in here. I appreciate everybody coming in here, showing your support, and having a good time with me and Foxtel here. So, enjoyed the conversation as well. So.
Yeah, I haven't been on a live stream in like the last live stream I did was terrible, dude. I regret doing that one.
I know, and it's
terrible.
It's been a while for me to do a live too, so I was kind of like nervous a bit, but it gets you kind of it comes off.
Yeah,
later.
But even then with this, like me and you have always been really good at bouncing off of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like me and you have always had a very good dynamic, so it always works out pretty well.
Right.
Yeah, but like hopefully I can get some of these once these like episodes are out. That's where like my main concern is with the Tex and Fox show. That's where my main priority is right now. But like I was telling you, I have like a ton of new movies that I've bought in the last few months that I have been wanting to do like a haul video for or something, because there's a lot of really cool stuff that I've been able to get that I want to talk about. So maybe some of that soon.
Even if like you don't want to make a video, I would say at least try to do a short, maybe a short, and just be like, hey, like here's this. I had a bunch of anime stuff, and like it took a long, I think it was like a 20-minute video, but I had so much anime, I was just like, I gotta get this out of the way.
Yeah, I could even do that too. Like I've been adding a lot of anime to my movie collection.
Like,
I never really
this is the Spy Family. Did you grab that box?
Oh yeah. No, I didn't, but I did get part 2 of season 1 like literally yesterday.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I'm like the movie's gonna come out too. I don't know if that's gonna release in the theaters here, like if it's English dub or is that Japanese?
Yeah, if it does, for sure, that's something that I'll check out in theaters. Yeah. Like I really want to support more like smaller stuff more than like the big stuff. The big stuff doesn't really need my money.
I am tempted to watch The Phantom Menace in theaters only because that's like I love the prequels of Star Wars, and like, but I don't want to give Disney my money either. So it's like, I don't know. They don't deserve it. I want to really talk about like Star Wars, the Acolyte. I want to talk about like that trailer because it's like really getting ratioed right now.
What is that? Because I have no idea I haven't kept up with Star Wars in like a really long time, so I have no idea what that is.
So it's pretty much like it's supposed to take place, I think it's 100 years before the Phantom Menace, and it's supposed to be like a peaceful time of the Jedi. But the controversy with it is the director Leslie Hansen. She is she was Harvey Weinstein's partner, I believe, or some shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the controversy with her is that she knew like what was going on, but with Star Wars, there's a bunch of stuff that they're doing, like agenda stuff, and you could just really see it in the trailer. So people are just tired of it because with Star Wars, it's what you're saying, like with trailers, they're very deceiving, like they're good, but when you watch it, it's just bad. So we just know it looks good, but it's gonna be bad. So we're just done.
Is it following like any specific characters, or these are all like new characters?
All new characters. I think the only cameo that's gonna probably pop up is Yoda, because Yoda's still alive at the time. A young looking Yoda.
Yeah, he's like what, 1,000 years old?
Yeah. But yeah, like that's a whole nother topic we could probably talk about is Disney, Marvel, that whole Disney stuff is
Yeah,
like
they've been kind of going on like a downward trend, especially like Marvel movies, dude. Like Marvel movies have been down bad
I will say
for a
with
while
Marvel,
now.
it's very hard for me to collect now because I was like collecting all the Marvels and now I'm kind of like stopping because it's like at this point it's very hard to buy it when I know I'm not gonna watch it now. It's like
Yeah,
it's
I'm glad I only really own the movies that I like.
yeah
Especially with Marvel, dude. Like Marvel is very hit or I've never been a huge fan of the Marvel movies just because they're very hit or miss for me. So
yeah
it was easy for me to collect them because I only got the ones that I actually like. I don't care about not having certain movies because I don't want to. That's one of the things that I've always hated about Marvel movies is that I don't want to have to watch a movie that I don't like to understand what happens in the next movie.
and not just that you have to watch the shows now.
Yeah, I haven't even seen any of the shows.
And
So
so,
that kind
what do
of
you think on the physical media of the shows releasing? Like, do you think that they're gonna get slipcovers in the future, or is that just it with steelbooks on the Disney show?
I don't know. That was a weird move on that part. Like the whole like just steelbooks was kind of weird for me. I was like, that's kind of odd. But even then, I didn't like the prices on them,
They're
considering
like
like all
$50.
those,
Yeah,
yeah, all those shows they only have like 6 episodes,
yeah,
and you're paying like $30-40 for 6 episodes. That's a lot.
right. And like I said, like with Wednesday, that's gonna be $25, and it's the whole season.
That's for 6 episodes, bro. That's literally $5 an episode you're paying. That's a lot.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are topics we could probably talk in the future. But I don't know if people are interested on my channel of Star Wars like that. That's why I don't do it. But I really want
Mhm.
to find somebody that's really knowledgeable with Star Wars as well, so I can like get into that stuff with them. But there is some like shills that like defend this crap to the like it just does not matter what you put in front of them. They're like, this is the best ever. Like just because a lightsaber pops up on the screen, it's like, oh my gosh, like I don't fanboy like that. Like I need
Yeah.
to see a good story. I need to see what's the plot. What are we doing? Is it gonna break
Mhm.
canon? All that stuff.
It's
So
all canon now.
oh heck no.
Canon doesn't exist anymore.
Nah. So yeah, it was good hanging out with you, Foxtel. I'm gonna probably end the stream right here. So
Yeah, for sure. It was fun.
all right, guys. If you guys can do me a favor before you guys leave, drop a like on the video, and it will support the channel. I appreciate everybody showing up, and hopefully, you guys look for the future for the next live stream. It should be episode 4, and I'll see you guys next time.